r/NoSleep. Posted by u/inletharn. Armed men surrounded my house, but that is the least of my problems. I woke up as the concentrated beam of projector light found its way into my bedroom through the window. What the hell? Did some jerk forget to turn off his lights when he parked? I've slowly opened my eyes. Whole room was illuminated with pale white light, so bright as if it was day outside. Doesn't look like a car light to me. What's going on? I tossed off the sheets and touched the flower, covering my sight with the palm of a hand to protect non-adapted eyes from emanating blinding shining. Right arm reached to turn the window handle with a slight click. I've pulled the window open, letting some fresh air inside. Next thing I remember, the second half of the window bursting into shattered pieces, followed with a loud bang and the sound of hundreds of shards rattling over the floor. Gunshot. I've instinctively dropped down, protecting myself from the unexpected threat. Am I getting robbed? Them bastards blinded me with some powerful flashlight and tried to shoot my head off before I've called for help. It was silent outside, except for humming of a large vehicle, an old minivan, maybe, which could hold a group of attackers. This was not what I've expected when renting a house on the outskirts, bathing in forest green. My nearest neighbor, Mr. Clark, lived half a kilometer down the road, so no cries for help I could use. What to do? What to do? I can't say I was shocked or that my heart was pumping like crazy. You see, I grew up in a really bad neighborhood, so gunshots and criminal reports were something I got used to. Do not approach. Hold position. Over. Okay, that was strange. Those thugs are using radio communications? I've made an attempt to just slightly look out of the window, but blinding beam made it impossible to see anything outside. I have to do something before those creeps got inside. Unluckily, my cell phone was charging in home office across the corridor, so I had little time to waste and get it. Crawling upon broken glass with only your underwear on is not a fun thing, kids. But I've made it. No signal, emergency contacts only. Of course, as if I am a guest star in some shitty B-rated thriller movie. 911, how may I help you? I've quickly named my address, my name, and stated that there is a robbery attempt that could possibly end with a homicide. A brief pause hanged on the line. Maple Street 33? Sir, are you sure? Of course I was sure. Why would the operator doubt my words? I've listened to my surroundings. Seems like they still are not attempting to get in, or are they inside already? Sir, whatever happens, do not leave the building. Find a safe spot. The help is on its way. Take care. And she hanged up the phone. Wait, don't they supposed to talk to you until the patrol arrives or something? At least that's what they do in TV shows. Crap. I quickly analyzed the possible outcomes of my mischief situation and decided that the wisest thing I could do was to hide. Basement door was down the corridor and was worth the try in my opinion. Leaning out of the doorframe carefully and checking the surroundings didn't introduce any threats, so I've ducked and rushed towards the white rectangle at the end of the hallway. Easy, easy. No sounds, the thought in mind circulated as the hand was twisting the doorknob. Finally, the lock clicked softly, allowing to pull the door open. Next couple of seconds traumatized me for the rest of my life. I can't actually recall what exactly I saw, as my mind itself tried to blank out in protection of horrible vision right in front of my nose. I saw something, and that something was made of guts, meat, and dripping yellowish black substance. I didn't get a good look as I've slammed the door shut within a second after, but the burning image of curves and bends that formed a grotesque pattern will stay with me forever. I hyperventilated. I think I hyperventilated, as I don't remember. My instincts probably took over and made a decision on themselves, preferring to deal with a burglar's guns or knives instead of something they couldn't understand. So I've rushed towards the front door without thinking of the consequences, but right before I've slammed it open, a bit of consciousness took over, the pumping heart injecting every inch of my body with adrenaline. I've held my breath and pushed the ear to the door. Thank God I didn't fall for the impulse. Something was outside. Again, I cannot tell you what exactly that thing was, but one thing for sure, it was producing quiet slurping and bubbling and, you know, that sound when you drop a chunk of raw liver onto a cutting board. The door was creaking slightly as if something leaned on it. I recoiled. This was madness. This was just a bad dream. Though the blood on my hips and arms from crawling over the shattered glass and the burning sensation they brought didn't agree on that. I rushed to the kitchen, which was opposing the front door. The room was flooded with same white light. I couldn't see a heck of what was going on in my backyard. What should I do? The front door behind alarmed me with a soft thud and started to crackle. And then, In the grim silence broken only by the vehicle engine outside, I've heard a slurping and bubbling sound getting closer from the side corridor, where the basement door was. I couldn't stay there anymore. I would lose my sanity if I stayed there for at least a minute more. At least I can try to make a deal with the robbers outside, or try to run away. But this thing. I must run. So I lunged through the glass of my kitchen window and into the wall of the blinding white, expecting stinging pain of a red-hot bullet entering my body. I've expected those bastards shouting something, or gunshots. But there were none. Next second the light from projector was obscured by silhouettes. I couldn't see their faces, but what I did see were rifles pointed out towards me. Awaiting orders. Over. Rack out and dust off. Over. A brief burst of pain exploded in the left part of my skull near the eye and the world went dark. Next thing I remember is awaking in the hospital, bandaged and with a huge bruise near my temple. Whole body hurt like hell. I don't know how I ended here, but according to my doc, there was a gas leak in my place, so I got a mild poisoning, but was rescued by firefighters team, who responded to 911 call. Also I've learned that the house owner is being asked by authorities as they assume he ignored some maintenance routines to cut the costs. I thanked the doctor as he wished me to get well soon and left the room. Okay, I must admit that there is a probability that I saw some things which were just visions my suffocating body shown me. And I definitely was put here by someone who rescued me, but it's extremely doubtful those were firefighters. And what's the oddest, I don't have any gas-operated device at the place, even the stove is of an induction type.